welcome to the wonderful world of strange suspicion.
Sus Gang.
Without your phone and wallet, they'll bring it down. Okay?
You swear?
Yes, absolutely.
Crashed through fences, mimicking the Kool-Aid commercials from years past, and it happened to his house.
What in the world goes through these kids? If you go back to like the 90s, the Kool-Aid man, how he was breaking through the wall, put an end to those.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Order in the court.
Hey guys, welcome to Strange Suspicion. My name is Pia, and if you have been here before, thank you so much for returning as a paid member or as a subscriber. If you've been here before and you've forgotten, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all, or just keep in your mind that we meet here on Mondays and Thursdays at 4:20 p.m. Eastern. So let's get right into this Bryan Kohberger case, shall we? Everything we have seen and heard is absolutely alleged, and I think it's important for us to keep that in the forefront of our mind at all times. They're only giving information they're allowed to give out, information that won't be compromised and make the public's opinion biased or unbiased. You can't create a jury of people who already have all the information, because they've already made up their mind. So we're not privy to all of the information that we feel we should be. But you need to remember that even though we feel we should know this information, sometimes it's for the good and the integrity of the case. So we have been looking at the things we've been given. But are we seeing things clearly? That's what I'm wondering. So I did a little research and I found out, well, I do know quite a lot about facial recognition. I'm sure you guys have figured that out because I have this filter on my face, and it is to block facial recognition, actually. And that is the absolute purpose of me having a filter on my face. I know a lot of people are afraid of my eyes or afraid of my makeup when I go live, but I am not willing to sacrifice my safety for your comfort. And if things make you uncomfortable, like clown makeup,
What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns?
it's interesting that you're willing and able to find time to watch and listen to gruesome details of true crime. But I digress. Well, I found it interesting that while I was doing my research, there are Asian countries like Hong Kong, China, Japan, they're using this technology that change your face.
It claims to show political protesters in Hong Kong using wearable projectors to avoid being caught by facial recognition technology. As you can see, the projector beams a different face onto the person, making them unrecognizable.
No. I feel there is a darker force at work.
People who are fans of the Insane Clown Posse often put clown makeup on to show their fandom. They call it juggalo makeup. And apparently it also... Yeah.
In World War II, they painted the ships to be,
Oh, yeah, that weird zebra kind of... Yeah.
So...
I mean, that technology actually exists. That stuff is scary. Just like deepfake, you can fake someone's voice on any video that you want.
Any video.
Also, I think it is very important that we understand the elements that go along with somebody who commits a murder. They'll be careless and forget things like, oh, I brought my phone with me, or I shouldn't have said something to somebody the way I said it because now it is incriminating towards me, or things like, well, will they see my license plate? Will they, so there's a lot of elements and planning that go into a murder. It was a guy that looked a lot like Bryan Kohberger as far as you could tell with the image on the camera, and it made me think that they did charge him with burglary. Now in Idaho, I do believe that burglary is any time that you're breaking and entering or entering somebody's house. However, I never saw the frat boys charged with that. So I started to think of the aspect of burglary and the aspect of Bryan putting up security cameras for a friend of his, and I had come to the conclusion that if somebody trusted Bryan Kohberger enough to install her security cameras so she could feel safe, that means that Bryan made her feel safe, because she could have called any number of businesses and just had them come and install her camera. It's a lot more safe to have a professional come to your house and do such a thing. But she had a lot of trust and let Bryan do it. It's just ironic that somebody that looked like Bryan in a car like Bryan's kicked down a camera. I don't see it in him, but I see more of that being a possibility than murder.
In the early morning hours of September 22nd, the University of Idaho student walking home down the alley near Ashbury Street stopped, looked right at the security camera, and then took it right off the wall. According to the police report, he used Miss Celtic's trash can to climb up. You can hear the metal can being flipped as he stands on it. The person took items that looked similar to this, a security camera and a solar panel, looked right at the security camera, and then took it right off the wall. According to the police report. Another theory, it's a skinny kid wearing underwear on his head, and Gomez owns the house where the video was shot. And this is Bobby, her 9-year-old son. He's about the same height as the creature in the video. So, could Bobby be Dobby? Bobby, was that you in the video?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
What do you guys think about that? Do you think that Bryan is capable of something that's not murder?
Well, it's part of my daily job is I work on security cameras. Often have to deal with different videos and different qualities. So I'm actually a security technician working on alarm systems, but video is part of that as well. Well, the video itself is definitely interesting. I don't know how much I'm actually being able to see if anything's been altered, but especially when these grainy videos, it's really kind of hard to tell what's actually right and what's actually not, because depending on the quality of the camera, it can affect what your video you're capturing, especially in low light. Matter of the camera itself trying to process the information that it can gather in that low light, and it sees things that we can't see because it's visualizing it in a digital format. I've seen things that just don't exist in our eyes, but you put them onto a digital camera and all of a sudden you get details and textures that don't exist in natural light.
I don't want anybody to get upset with that opinion. I'm just stating that it's a possibility. Doesn't mean that it's a possibility I am willing to consider, but it is a possibility. Be respectful in the comment section and be respectful to one another. Be respectful to me, and if you don't like my channel, just click off. I know all about it. K-bars are very dangerous, very, very dangerous. You can use the bottom like as a hammer, like knock someone out, and then you could stab them probably as many times as you want. They're not getting up. Information that I presented about brass that was challenged, it's like people have lived thousands of years and known that. I don't feel that we need to get into it any more than that. That is me saying my piece on the brass, and everything that I have said in this video is alleged. If If you don't know that, then please know that I am entitled to my opinion, as are you. If you don't agree with anything I have to say and you would like to create a dialogue, that's great. Perhaps sometime come on a panel. I'll treat you with respect and dignity. Like a human being deserves to be treated. See you guys on Monday at 4:20. If you'd like to become a member, that information is absolutely on the channel page. You can find it. If you can't find it, look in the community post. Thank you guys so much. See you Monday.
We gotta figure this out, guys.
Hehehe